If every woman you see becomes a sexual thought in your mind, then your brain has been hijacked. And the worst part, you probably think that's normal. Let me have a really honest conversation with you. You probably try your best to attract an ideal kind of girl, and then you end up failing. You have no luck attracting anyone, and so you remain this thirsty kind of guy. You always go maybe outside, you try, you approach one person, things become awkward, you try the next one, you go on social media, you text this one, you text the other one, and no one seems interested in you at all. You go to the shop, you see a very beautiful lady, and then you start becoming anxious. You try to get words off your mouth and nothing comes out, and so you decide you'll approach her tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, you see her again, and then you don't approach her again. You try again, you try again, you try again, and eventually when you decide to do it, things become awkward. Your voice becomes shaky, you squeal, you ask in a very awkward manner, and you just piss her off, and she tells you next time, or rather she tells you she has a boyfriend. And so you live this very desperate kind of life whereby your love life sucks and you can do little to nothing about it. You become desperate, you turn to social media, you take your phone, you start scrolling, you see the women on social media, and that is the kind of life you live. You start being sexually like a maniac sexually. You start always thinking about sexual things, and the worst part about it is that every woman you start to see, you start sexualizing her. If this is you, I have the exact proven plan that can make you desexualize your brain. First, you have to realize one thing: the more your mind is actually sexualized, the more you miss out on a lot of opportunities in life. You will start wasting a lot of time. Maybe you are just on social media, you are checking out the women, you waste a lot of time trying to flirt with someone, you jump from one person to the next one, and in the process a lot of time is actually wasted. And as I said in another video, once you waste time, it means that the goal that you're working towards is going to take longer to actually achieve it. So the more time you waste, you're chatting, you're always chatting with them, you have like 10 girls, you're just chatting, you're on your phone, you don't have time for your goals, and so you end up losing a lot of time. Time just flies away, and you realize that you have no money, you have nothing to show up for in your life, and in the process, no one wants a man who has nothing to show for in life. Women actually want a man who is of high status, the men who are working, not the one who is always available. The second factor is you lose a lot of money. Today you take this one on a date, the next one this one, then this one wants nails done, this one wants her hair done, this one wants this one wants that. Unless you are a millionaire, or even if you are a millionaire, that's a very bullshit kind of way of spending money. You have to spend money on assets. So when you spend money on women, I'm not saying spending money on a woman is bad, it's not bad, but on multiple women, would you just waste your whole income on women? That is a very poor way to live your life. You won't even be able to make meaningful impact in your life. You won't be able to build something that you want. You won't be able to follow your dreams because you're always chasing one girl after another. You'll never actually have time for your goals. Once you have very many, then your whole schedule becomes engaged. You no longer have time for your goals. One just calls you and tells you to show up for a date. Another one tells you to show up here. Another one to show up here. And that way, your whole time gets wasted. Sexual energy is like the most powerful energy in the world. If you use it correctly or in a good way, you can actually achieve all your dreams in life. So once you learn how to change it, to actually use it to work on your dreams, then you become unstoppable. Nothing can touch you anymore because you are a man who has conquered his lust. So that sexual energy that you use, you can use it actually on your goals. And a lot of books talk about this, and many athletes also talk about this. They have mentioned periods of time where they've gone through celibacy just to achieve their goals, and they end up achieving. Look at Mike Tyson, for example. He used to go for over 6 months without actually engaging. And look at the massive achievements he's made in life. So it's not been actually proven scientifically, but you can just see it in a person. A person who has redirected that kind of energy, he looks like a really dangerous person. And that is because he is really dangerous. You can't defeat that kind of man. He is really powerful. And so in this video, I'm going to explain to you how to desexualize your brain. And the first point is really simple. Stop feeding the fire. Stop watching this garbage on social media. You have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have website. Some even watch pornography. You have a lot of things that sexualize your brain. That I heard a quote which says that if you leave it up to willpower and addiction, then addiction will always win. Willpower is not that strong, but you should always put the advantage in yourself. That means that you should actually get rid of the things that trigger you. The social media, or even on Instagram nowadays, there's that setting whereby if you see a certain reel you don't like, or you see a certain content that you don't like, you can actually just choose and just say you don't want this type of content to be put on your screen, and it won't. So you can actually do that. Avoid liking them. Whenever you see these kinds of things, just tap the 3 buttons up the reel, and actually you'll just see it, the not interested option, and just push that button or something. And the second point is see people, not body parts. And this basically means that you actually interact with people like a human being, a normal human being. You see other people as normal human being, and you interact with them without actually thinking of sexual thoughts. You just interact with them normally, the way you would actually interact with your family members or someone. And this takes practice. You can actually just go walk up to a stranger and without flirting with her and just start making a conversation. You just practice, and it gets better with time. And the third point, and this should actually be the most important, is build a purpose. What this basically means is you should build a life that is bigger than pleasure. So the goals that you want to achieve, they should compel you to actually get rid of these kinds of things, because it actually wastes a lot of time. So once you have big dreams, you have like a passion, you have a purpose, then nothing will distract you from actually following the purpose. Nothing. So when you have a good purpose, something you're passionate about and you want to do, then you'll actually find that you no longer have time to watch social media, to get triggered, or to actually sexualize your mind at all. And the fourth and last point is practice delayed gratification. Delayed gratification actually just means that you put down the immediate pleasure, the ones that give you dopamine easily. You delay them for a higher purpose. Maybe you want to scroll on social media. You don't. You actually work on your goals so that you can actually buy a bigger car or a bigger phone or something worth it. You choose to work hard. The things that you don't like, you choose them, but they are meaningful. The things that you don't want, but they are meaningful for your future. The things that build your future. Those are the things that you should actually focus on very much. So you do the boring things while looking at the future. You wait for the future so that you can feel the gratification that time. So that is what delayed gratification actually means in simple terms. Realize this: once you desexualize your brain, you will have massive freedom in life. You will be able to walk like this kind of man who has aura. Everyone will feel it in you. I don't know how people feel it, but everyone does, and everyone will start to respect you. So you'll have freedom. You'll no longer be owned by people, by girls. You'll no longer care about them. You'll start to attack your goals, and you'll realize that your goals will start manifesting in real life. And the most important part is that you will actually become more focused. Once you desexualize your brain becomes more clearer because you have that energy. So you are able to focus on a certain task. Once you stop flirting with every girl you see, you have time for yourself to focus on your goals, the things that you want to achieve in this world. And so it's actually better for you that you desexualize your brain. You'll start to become more confident. There's that aura in you. You'll start becoming more confident. And when you start becoming more confident, you will start to see opportunities in the world, and you'll start to take them. And within a short period of time, you'll actually realize that you'll become rich and your goals will start manifesting. So you'll also build meaningful bonds with your relationship partner. When you are like a slave to many masters, then that is a very bad way of living life. So you can actually build a good bond. I'm a kind of a traditional man, so I believe in meaningful bonds. Instead of just flirting with everyone and building this bad kind of bonds, you break the bond. You no longer feel anything. That is a very shallow way of living as a man. Become the greatest your bloodline has ever seen, and then pass it down.